Well, we're going to get right into the dailies that we have today. And I want to welcome our head of news here at ChannelOne TV as well as 97.3 CDFM, the Venerable Vivian Kai Loco. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
How was your
I'm in
weekend?
great spirit. My weekend, yes, was a blast. It
was it?
exciting.
I didn't see you this weekend.
You didn't see me?
No.
Oh, I was there.
Not on Saturday.
Oh, I was there.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see me?
I passed through, but I didn't see you. But you see, the place is big, so we can sometimes you don't see each other. You know,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, but it was fantastic. It was an amazing weekend. I just think that we're really onto something really good.
Oh yeah, it was wonderful.
Really
it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was refreshing.
Yeah.
It was good.
Absolutely.
I mean, swimming is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It's a big deal, you know, if you look at proper sports across the world, globally, you know, whether it's the US, Canada, the UK, Europe, it's a big deal.
You know the fantastic thing about swimming? Even if you do it for leisure or recreation, right, it's one of the fewest exercises that is total body exercise.
Swimming, running, and there's a third one. They take care
Full
of
body.
from your brain all the way to the toes.
You know. And the great thing about swimming, as compared to running, is that there's no impact on your joints. You know, with the running, there's a jarring effect on your knees, right? On your ankles and your knees. But swimming, no impact on any joint. It's beautiful.
Swim?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, I do.
One of these days
We
should
should,
go for
right? All right, well, why don't we get into the papers? There's a lot of, hey, this weekend.
Why? What happened?
No, in America now.
Oh, you mean the shooting of the shooters? Hey. But it's amazing it went through the air.
Yeah.
I mean, touched the ear slightly and
like
not
it
into
grazed
the brain.
And
I'm seeing some pictures of the angling. People say, this one, you know.
As for social media, a lot of people
the
are
angling
raising
is crazy.
questions.
Have you seen the one that is supposed to pass through the brain?
Oh,
and
really?
Not to, oh, yeah. I'll send it to you.
I see. Interesting. No, but you see, the interesting thing about it for me was how when he was on the ground and the Secret Service came on there and they were trying to make sure that everything was okay before he came up. Then they said, shoot her down. They said, okay, the shooter is down. And you could hear all of this from his mic because his mic was hot, right? Then you hear him say, let me wear my shoes. Let me put on my shoes first.
Trump is dramatic.
So and then when he put on his shoes and then he came up, then he looked for a moment and then
he's dramatic. He's always been dramatic. Today, you know, according to the foreign media, he's saying that he's gone back to
he's going to campaign. Yeah,
he's not going to let that you know change his scheduling and everything, and he's going all out. I mean, it should to send a message that whatever you do, you know, not just as him, but as the political front of the country, that we should or they should, you know, speak against political violence if it's what it is. It's so, you know, unacceptable, not just in America, anywhere. To think that people still want to do these assassinations. You know, it's just off. But Trump is dramatic.
Very dramatic.
Anyway, let's look.
Please go ahead.
Let's DFESM. And let me start with the new finder. And start with a bit of politics. It says MPP finds worthy allies in churches. Dr. Prempe, you know, he visited the Crystal Asafo Church over the weekend. And then, of course, UTAG members don't contribute to SNIT. An interesting one. UTAG and a number of the unions are still going ahead with their strike this morning, despite the processes to sell shares of SNIT in some key hotels being pulled on. Cancelled. So that's an interesting one. I've got a lot of people asking me, the main reason why they wanted to strike was to get the people to, you know,
to pull back and to quit.
And so if the people have pulled back, why do they still want to go ahead with
the strike?
But
didn't you say that, okay, fair enough, you've put a statement out there, but you've not told us officially.
Okay.
So it's
so
like
they
write to
officially
us
notified them that they were going to go on strike?
Yes.
They officially wrote to them?
No, they
or
didn't.
They did a press conference?
They did a press conference.
So, you know, it's neither here or not there. You know, Well, apart from, it turns out that apart from saying that they wanted the processes to be halted, they are now asking for the board and management to also go
to be changed,
and all that. But I think the biggest step now on this conversation is how to get these hotels to function properly and give us the return on investment. We don't know how finally Labadi Beach Hotel started making good money. Before, we had told that some years back they were not doing well. So perhaps what they did right should be used with the other ones to get them. Because the real issue that we are back on the table is how do we get all these hotels that you have so much, you know, investment in to function properly so that our pensions will yield the necessary investment.
But I hear Labadi, as compared to the others, Labadi is the only one that, and I stand to be corrected, but it's the only one that has non-government appointed, you know.
So if that's the solution to the problem, perhaps those with the government-appointed leadership, there's too much interference.
Maybe.
If the problem is interference, which is something we do as a country, interfering.
We really do.
Then the management and board, whatever, the government interference, when they are appointed, they should leave them to do the work independently. You know, so if that is what it is, I don't know, then that's because we still need to get those hotels to function properly. And then people say that, oh, that's why Brian and company was, and others also say, is that the only company in the whole world, Ghanaian company, that can run it? Especially being politically exposed. So whichever way, there are questions to answer. But anyway, let me quickly wrap up with the new finder. SSNIT cancels hotel sales, endangering investment portfolio, which we're just talking about. This is the new finder.
Okay, the Ghanaian Times. So again, with the whole issue of the strike, nationwide strike begins today as organized labor protests sale of SSNIT hotels. Tetra Core Energy set to launch Ghana's first virtual gas pipeline network by the end of the year. And we have NSS launches program to equip personnel with novel advanced teaching methods and educational techniques. And we also have WA residents stage demo against the alleged killing of 13 in 3 years in the municipality. This issue of WA, I don't know what is so unique about WA. But I don't understand it.
Well, the conspiracy theory is that the security people are used for ritual purposes. So whoever is doing this needs security. I don't know, but that's what the people say over there. But it's amazing that over 4 years, the security apparatus is finding it difficult to solve this problem. I find it very, you know, like you're saying, what's so difficult about penetrating that area and arresting or finding those behind this heinous crime? It's amazing. But anyway, the Chronicle says, the calm after the storm. SSNIT revokes Rock City's offer to buy La Palm and Labadi Beach hotels. And then the president is on the front page of the Chronicle because he's pleading with SDA to rethink its decision on December 7th voting day. You know, they are saying that the Saturday will be problematic because that's the day the fellowship. But I mean, so far we're going ahead with that day. And then VRA begins annual sensitization of stakeholders along the lower Volta Basin, and banking sector bounces back after DDEP, UPASA Dawn is speaking there.
All right. The Daily Guide, it says here, SSNIT hotel sale termination unfortunate. Richard Ahiagba is the one speaking there. VRA begins annual sensitization of stakeholders along lower Volta Basin. Of course, we know that last week the VRA brought out a release that they were preparing to spill some more water if the water levels rise beyond a certain point. So they began, you know, sensitization.
My problem with this whole spillage is the spillage was done some months back, leading to thousands of people being displaced, thousands of people losing everything they had built their entire life, thousands of people's education, health, what have you, getting affected. And months after, there's not been anything concrete from the government in dealing with these thousands of people. The only concrete thing we've seen is the benevolence of private sector and individuals. I'm told that the VRA boss is now going to Mepe this week or something to secure land to build, you know, houses or whatever for some of the people that were displaced and all that. And I'm thinking, so all, you know, sometimes we say that, oh, perhaps government finds it difficult to do things because of so much. But with what we've seen City FM and Channel One TV do in terms of putting up shelter for these people within a period of time, the amount of money they've spent, we all know that those excuses are untenable because it's possible. So I don't. You
can no longer hoodwink us into thinking that it takes forever.
Well, they should get their job done and take care of the rest. There are still a lot of people who are out there who are still misplaced, who don't have proper shelter, and they should do the needful before this thing starts. We are told to start in August, so the earlier the better. All
right. So Yana praises Baumia for clean campaign, and Cozy gives free interest-free loans to women, and KGL boss hosts African Lottery president. So this is what we have for the front page of the Daily Guide.
Okay, the new publisher says crooks shoot Trump's ear, and then SNIT, hotels no more for sale, and then Jinapor takes over energy ministry. Of course, we know that the former boss has now become the running mate or been introduced as a running mate, so he's left that position. So Jinapor is now going to take care of that.
All right, the Herald, it says here, workers' anger and strike force Akufo-Addo government out of SNIT hotel sale, but ... Government promises clean, healthy Accra. You know, the question I have is, so the various assemblies and municipal assemblies and so on,
they don't do anything. That's the question you want to ask.
Who have been tasked with this responsibility?
Kweku,
where's the leadership in the assembly?
Oh, there's no leadership.
It's unfortunate.
Are you asking a question or you're making a statement?
No, I'm asking a question.
Okay, I've answered
I'm concerned.
For you. Because if there was leadership, when you leave your house all the way to your office, have you seen how Accra is dirty?
Yeah, it's filthy.
Have you seen the level of indiscipline on the roads? I mean, squatters everywhere, and we watch them. Dumping starts, you see filth starting being dumped at a particular place. Today they come and do it, nobody says anything. Tomorrow the next thing is a habit and it's accepted. Then when somebody else steps in to stop it, they will insult you like they are right. And you see the unauthorized structures coming up. Fire guts affects everybody.
And there are municipalities running. A lot of them on the side of the motorway. I was like, hey,
and you are like, who is in charge here? And the person goes to work every day. I remember the Teshinugwaisi stretch when the potholes were deepening. And I'm like, from Nungwa all the way to La. There's the constituency Nungwa, Krowo, Lojekuku, and then Dadekotopo. Three
different
authorities. Nobody is seeing this. Meanwhile, they all use it. And you ask yourself, is anybody in charge? I'm not sure anybody is in charge.
Kenya Japan denies $50 million kickback allegation, but runs from altercation with Ghana Gas CEO. Baumia announces 4-year deadline. Reject me if I don't deliver after 4 years. Napo was illogical, ill-advised, and misguided, comparing Akufo-Addo to Nkrumah, says Colonel Festus Abuaje. And Mahama campaign condemns Asase Radio and Daily Guide, refutes soliciting cash from Russians.
Okay. Right. The Informer, our very own Larry, sale of SNIT hotels. Labour accuses Pensions Authority of betrayal, declares a nationwide strike today. Another issue with this, why they still want to go ahead, is because they say that they heard that NPRA had given the green light from Parliament. You know, the employment minister went to
that.
Parliament.
Yeah.
They had met with them and
Yes.
they were told that, okay, we'll look into it. And the next thing, the employment minister was in Parliament saying that, you know, so they feel, you know, it's a breach of trust. So now everybody is doing...
It's like, you know what?
So that's another reason. And then Trump attacks still with the informer, no violence in democracy, America declares. And then still with the informer, Napo apologizes over your Nkrumah comment. Hey, have you seen the latest with this one? The Zima chiefs have summoned him to come and properly apologize. They claim the apology, you know, dear Charlie, they have to, you know, be proper apology. So he's been summoned by the, it was on CNR yesterday, by the Nzima chiefs
but you know,
do
when you watch
proper
the video,
apology.
When you watch the video of the statement he made, he was about to add other names. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was
Why
about
do
to
you
add
say
other names.
so?
No, because he said, whether we, he said, whether it is your Nkrumah or then he paused at that point. You know, it's like he was about to add, it's like a list of names, you know, but then unfortunately he stopped over there because if he had added, maybe that may have rather saved him. I don't know. The Ghanaian publisher. We have here Apostle Kwejo Safo charges MPP to unite. Ekufo-Addo asks SDA to reconsider stance. That you brought that headline earlier. VRA begins annual sensitization of stakeholders along the lower Volta Basin. Media budget, we are not focusing on tax. The finance minister speaking. SNIT stops sale of 4 hotels. And it has pictured there a photograph of Elizabeth Ohene.
Okay.
All right, so that's it.
The anchor says NDC chickens out from IEA presidential debate, says Mayor Biom after Baumia Des Mahama for showdown. And also, police arrest self-confessed robbery gang, but suspects say they spoke under influence of appeal. What does that mean?
You know when a thief is caught, he said that, you know, it was the devil who did it. It's not me.
Right.
This is why they are saying that now they are denying that it was in their clear mind that they declared they were robbers.
So this presidential debate, the IEA says is far advanced with putting together the debate. So it's going to organize the debate this year. So we look forward to that and we'll see whether the NDC will indeed not go attend or not. Anyway, let me take you to Republic Press, and it says insurance couple busted as top officials, power brokers are caught in Nigerian High Commission demolition scandal. And then still with the Republic Press, Brani Champon storms Sojaman, kickstarts Eastern Region Grassroots Drive. And also on educational infrastructure, Kwewu and Koko Methodist JHS, a school building now death trap. So that's the latest with the Republic Press.
Okay, let me just quickly give you a couple of the ones on the front page of the Inquisitor. Plan B plotted. This is the moves to oust the special prosecutor. Plan B plotted after CJ threw out Amidu's petition. Godfred Oparijan writes, the competent, versatile Napo that I know, and he has photographed the Napo playing chess, you know, making some chess moves. Yeah, so these and some other headlines on the front page of the Inquisitor.
The Daily Democrat says death scare hits NPP in Eastern Region over use of eggs and black stew to swear. And then still with the Daily Democrat, Gamanche warns of sanctions for sanitation violators in Accra. And then still with that paper, it says SNIT leadership must go. This is Okujeto Ablakwa speaking. And then JA at Tamil's Memorial Heritage outdoors activities to commemorate 12th anniversary. It's been 12 years since, wow, time flies. Anyway.
The Custodian, it says here, SNIT halts sale of hotels, UTAG's capacity questioned. And let me give you another one here. Greater Accra NDC on fire as regional chairman sacks campaign team. These and other headlines on the front page of the Custodian. Okay,
and then I'll take you to BNFT, and these are some of the top stories on that front page. We have our very own Abena, now EcoBank boss. She says EcoBank's first quarter results promise a record performance for 2024. Still with that, we have MOFA hands over essential infrastructure projects to beneficiary communities. And then also, government sets $250 million annual cap on pre-COD disbursements. And fisheries sector moves for greater transparency.
All right. The Daily Analyst has some headlines here. And health alert, dengue fever hits Ghana, 9 cases recorded. Also, I think the Daily Graphic also carried that story as well. It's in the middle of the paper. I'll read that shortly. UTAG demands SNIT shake-up and demolition of Nigerian High Commission. Ringleaders exposed after pocketing over 30 million Ghana cedi compensation. These and some other headlines on the front page of the Daily.
Okay, so let me give you some details now of some of the stories. I'll go to Daily, the New Finder, and start with the SNIT story. It says the Social Security and National Insurance Trust SNIT strategic overhaul of its investment portfolio plan has been endangered by opposition to the sale of 60% shares in 4 hotels, forcing the trust to cancel the offloading of the shares. Now, the plan aims to significantly increase its allocation to fixed income investments while reducing its stakes in equities and alternative investments. Now, this comprehensive restructuring of SNIT's investment strategy aims to strengthen the trust's financial stability and enhance returns for stakeholders, aligning with the organization's long-term goals and the evolving economic landscape. Now, however, Organized Labor and Ghana Medical Association declared a strike action starting today in opposition to SNIT's intended sale of 60% stake in 4 of the hotels. Now, on the other hand, the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union urged its members to stay away from the strike since the union is not taking part in the industrial action. So they started, you know, falling. But you know, the one that got to me was the ECG one. Because they also said they are going on the strike. And if ECG goes on strike,
it's a problem.
And already there's doom, so and now buying the credit will be a problem.
No, but if JUSAC can go on strike and the GMA can go on strike, then that's what the ECG there, and they said a simple cry.
You know, you pray that you won't get sick so that you won't go to the hospital.
I know, right?
And then JUSAC, you pray that you don't have a case. But the light, no.
Wherever
you pass,
everyone needs the light.
Anyway, so today will be, you know, across places that will be affected by the strike, the hospitals, wherever, to see whether they will still go ahead with the strike. So your dial should be on City 97.3 and then ChannelOne TV.
Super. Let me quickly just read this before you take leave of us. Ghana Health Service confirms 9 cases of dengue in the eastern region, cautions public against mosquito bites. All right, now this is very, very important. The Ghana Health Service has confirmed 9 cases of dengue in the eastern region, urging the public to take precautions against mosquito bites to avoid exposure. It said following test results which confirmed the infection among the patients, they were being managed as non-severe cases at home, as detailed investigations were ongoing on the outbreak. Now, dengue transmitting mosquito bites during daytime, dengue transmitting mosquitoes bites during the daytime. Individuals must protect themselves by wearing full sleeve, that's long sleeves, okay, and long dresses to cover the limbs, an issue stated by the service in Accra yesterday. Now, I think we should look at maybe repellents. Because it may not be practical
some of the
to wear long sleeves.
The mosquitoes we have, it doesn't
they
work.
They don't mind the repellents.
They don't even, it doesn't move. That's when they start dancing around you. It doesn't work. So if you are getting, because most of these repellents I've come across, they don't work.
It doesn't work for you.
Have you met a Ghanaian mosquito
like
before?
Some perfume ointment.
Even pulling them towards you.
Anyway, you want to do a quick one?
Just a quick one on the American one, then I'll leave you quietly. Right. The U.S., this is the informer on the Trump attack. It says the U.S. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has been attacked at a political rally in Pennsylvania, which incident the Secret Service suspected to be an assassination attempt. According to a BBC report, a defiant Donald Trump, pumping his fist in the air with blood on his face, was rushed off the stage by the Secret Service. The suspect was shot dead at the scene by U.S. Secret Service officers, the agency's spokesperson said. He added that one bystander was killed in the shooting and 2 others were critically injured. Our hearts to those who were, you know, killed and those who were injured. Yeah. But we're told that somebody actually prompted the Secret Service
that he had seen
somebody
with
a rifle at the top, and they did. The security services everywhere.
Thank you very much, Vivian. Thank you very much. All right.